Hi, my name is Bob Chatterson, and this is my acoustic neuroma story. June this year, I noticed, and my wife noticed, hearing loss on one side. It just felt like I'd lost more hearing. So I went to my ear, nose, and throat doctor, and he, of course, tested and confirmed single-sided hearing loss. And for an ear, nose, and throat doctor, that's a red flag. So he immediately ordered an MRI. And so this was mid-June. The MRI comes back confirming a 1 centimeter acoustic neuroma completely within the inner auditory canal on the right side. And he refers me to the house ear clinic, and specifically Dr. Brackman, and I feel quite fortunate that I'm only 35-40 minutes away from the house ear clinic in downtown LA. These are the pioneers of the microsurgical techniques for acoustic neuroma tumors. So I go see the doctors at the house ear clinic and get tested and hearing and balance tested, and realize that in addition to having lost 100% of my ability to discriminate speech on the right side, I had also lost about half the balance functionality on the right side, which kind of explains after the fact why I was kind of tilting and maybe bouncing occasionally off of hallway walls when I walked. Didn't understand what was going on there until, those tests helped me rationalize and put 2 and 2 together. There's 3, we talked about 3 approaches. The watch, wait, monitor, get another MRI, see if it's growing, and that's really not me. I had already suffered significant hearing loss and balance loss as a result of this tumor, and was showing no signs of letting up, and I wanted it out. And there's radiation, and that is more of a control versus cure type approach in my mind, so it didn't appeal to me. So I knew we were going to do surgery, but within the surgery there are 3 options. 2 of them, the first 2, attempt to preserve remaining hearing. I didn't have enough to preserve. I had lost 100% of the ability to discriminate speech. I could not understand anything spoken on this ear. I heard noise, and I got directional input, things like that, but so as a result, we chose the translabyrinthine surgical approach, and that approach, they come in real low behind the ear, remove the bone, remove the parts of the inner ear, and then expose the tumor for removal, and it also provides excellent visibility to the facial nerve for preservation and protection and preservation. So my surgery was August 12th, which was about 6 weeks ago, 6 weeks and a day. Today is September 24th. August 12th. About 4.5 hours of surgery. Was in the hospital 3 days. Did really well. Got up and was walking right away. Got to come home after 3 days, a couple of days early, which was good. I'd much rather be home. And I've been off work for the last several weeks, and I go back to work next Monday, the 28th. I'm actually looking forward to that. But I have enjoyed being at home, doing my power walks at the beach every day, getting stronger, working on stamina and balance. I think I walk better today than I did before. Might even hear better today. Some jury's still out on that one, but the logic is that I had a garbage signal coming in on the right side, mixing with a clean signal, and maybe my brain was working too hard to trying to interpret the noise or the sound. So now it's just a real clean signal coming in on the left side. and I think I hear better, but that's hard to quantify. I did have several days of facial weakness on the right side. About a week after surgery, I had just completed the medications, steroid medications for swelling and inflammation. And so I was done with those medications, and yet there was still some swelling and inflammation, and it triggered the facial nerve, and boom, my eye started killing me, and severe irritation, and it was very difficult. My mouth stopped working. It was like I'd just come from the dentist, and it was all numbed out. The twitching eyebrow and upper lip and all that. Went back to see the doctors at the House Hair Clinic, and they put me back on the steroids and said this is all normal. The facial nerve does get manipulated during surgery, so it'll all be fine. So I consider myself quite fortunate. 6 weeks after surgery with absolutely no facial weakness at all, at least none that I'm aware of. Everything seems to work fine. I'm not having any problems with my face whatsoever. I'm, again, very fortunate and very thankful for that. I am deaf here, but I knew that was a known outcome, and I'm now adjusting to being deaf on one side. Interesting things, you adapt, of course, but my relatively new high-end home theater system doesn't sound as good as it used to. The stereo in my car doesn't sound as good as it used to. People talking on this side, is very difficult for me to understand them. So it's all part of the adapting, and I'm okay with that. But it's different. There's no doubt about it. It's different. So the internet has a wealth of information, and one of the reasons I wanted to post this video, or create and post this video, was to provide another perspective of from a person who has undergone the surgery for an acoustic neuroma tumor. I would say that as a result of my tumor being small, relatively speaking, a 1 centimeter tumor is considered small, that risks and complications are definitely reduced when compared to 2 and 2.5 and 3 centimeter tumors. It's just a fact. So I'm quite thankful that my tumor was discovered before it became medium or large. I'm quite thankful for the brilliant folks at the House Ear Clinic, the kind, wonderful, caring people at the St Vincents Medical Center where the surgery was performed. My family has been incredibly supportive, and my friends and co-workers from work, just amazing support. And I look forward to going back to work next week. That's my story. Good luck and I hope this video finds some use or benefit to another person out there. Adios.